Like,
that to me is a question still. I agree. I mean, and we're going to find out in this game because the Rams don't have a ton, so they are going to do what they did last week, which is come out, run the ball, and try to play ball control. Because I think
well,
they're going to see that they can't stop Ayuk and
this is
Debo and CMC, and they're gonna say, guys, we gotta. I would bet the Rams will try every trick in the book. I bet you they'll try ball control. I bet you they'll try an onside kick. They're going to try to steal some possessions because that's the reality in the NFL. If you get Team A is better than Team B, okay, yeah, but guess what? If Team B steals 2 possessions, it's a game.
well, you know what makes us dangerous now, and as far as like the Rams and the Niners back and forth is concerned, is that the one thing that the Rams probably could do to us that would hurt us in years past is they probably could outscore us if they scored early because we're such a ball control complementary football team and we run the ball. If they would get up early on us because they get it done with the pass first, we could possibly be in trouble. But with what we do now, um, for lack of a better term, I think they're fucked because we can score now. So now the the ball control element of playing of trying to run up the score, trying to turn it into a track meet, we can do that. We can do that now. What I will say about the Rams is that they still can't run the ball, but they're committed to it.
Right.
That's different. That's very different from what they used to do. What they used to do is they used to try to kind of bastardize the skill set of, I mean, bastardize the result of what you get out of the run game. Try to dial up big runs, try to get off tackle shit, try to engineer runs where you
And
would
play
try
back, and they would play backwards where they would pass when they should run and run when they should pass, and
yeah.
they never had balance. But like this last game against Seattle, Rams ran it 40 times.
Yep.
Now they didn't run it well. They only had
Yeah, they didn't
92
run it well.
yards, 2.3 a carries, not great. But they featured
but you see what
this
they're
Kyron
doing though,
Williams,
right?
and then
You
well
see
they
what they're
held
doing.
Seattle to 46 snaps.
Yeah. What they're doing is they're saying, all right, we got enough in Matt Stafford to make us right, even when the run game's not working. But what we do need is that when it's time for Matt Stafford to throw the ball, we can't have him with a defense that's not going to play honest. So we got to keep the running game in there just in spirit. It has to be there because what it really does is it gets us to what we really want, and that's Matt Stafford being able to get to areas on the field that he's most comfortable. So I do like what their modus operandi is, so to speak. Let's just say, but a plan isn't a plan until you stick to it in your worst moments, right? So it was cool for them to stick to run the ball 40 times against Seattle, but one thing about that plan that's a little different is that Seattle had 2 tackles go down too. So they had a little bit of an injury situation during that game, and they had to slow down considerably what they were doing on offense. So I don't know if the Rams necessarily are a better team than Seattle. It's hard to ingest those type of injuries on week one, and they may just have got out. They may just have gotten out the door with one. But I watched that film, and Seattle was outplaying the Rams before they got injured on offense, and they're more physical than the Rams. They don't have enough. They don't have as much talent. But as far as pound for pound, putting your hand in the dirt, moving the line of scrimmage, the Rams could not do anything with Seattle. So I feel as though I don't know how Seattle's D line stacks up with us. We got to see more football. On paper, obviously us, but from what I see is that the Rams are dedicated to running the ball, even when they don't get yards doing it. And when you're a defense playing against a team like that, where they're just doing something to keep you honest so they can really get to their bread and butter, that's a game where you got to really be on your keys. You can't have lazy eyes. You got to stay home. You can't let them get any type of traction with the run game, because God forbid if they actually get movement. Then we got
Well, yeah, I mean, and you got to play cleaner than
problem.
them. You got to play a cleaner game. You got to
Right.
hope that they make some mistakes and fall behind the chains. But the Rams are smart. I mean, I think McVay's a damn good coach. When he has an up-tempo team, he'll go up-tempo. A lot of 3 wide receivers, throw it all over the yard. When he doesn't have that, guess what? They're going to run it a ton, put the ball in Stafford's hands on 3rd and down, and just say, Matthew, find the open guy, and they're going to roll with that. And now they've got a kid in Puka Nacua who can run really good routes, and even without Kupp, they've got a guy who can kind of be a continuity piece on their offense. It's going to be incumbent on the Niners to not make mistakes on D, get them in 3rd and long, and then tee off on Stafford or score enough on offense to take the Rams out of their run game and make the game one-sided, and then tee off on Stafford.